Alright, okay, welcome to Gender Sovereignty Education. And so I would like to say hello to all of you have to see this is a new lesson that I would like to talking about. So, and before I have to mention it about my personality, this is MA and BA English Literature and the telephone number and Facebook Chanra Liam. So YouTube channel YouTube I have a Chanra Sovereignty Education because this channel is focused on the education of English learning. And that is the email address. If you have any problem, you can comment in officially to me and make me understanding about the issue that you have challenges. And that one is a logo that I was suggested by my idea that to make it is a good looking for and they identify us as scavenger education too. Okay, so today I have one topic and the topic is talking about English. Alright, and this topic is very simply simple, but I think that a language, English language, is not deep understanding. Is someone not understanding about deeply about English language? This video it is for you, and you have to pay attention to watch through this video, and you have understanding what's the core or what the advantage of the video. Alright, and now we go together and to see what the lesson is talking about. Alright, here we go. So I have some outcome. So the first is identify of English language. And second, you will well know a component of English language. And third is outstanding about sound, form, and the meaning. That is the picture that linked a bit outcome. Outcome it means the something that you achieve from the learning. So all three kinds, that is a thing that all the learner and the student is the watch this video, they will get all some knowledge like identifies English language, like the well know the component of English language and outstanding about the sound and meaning. Okay, here we go to next step. Next step is outline. So the outline I might be talking about what languages. I might talking about component language. I will talking about sound, and I might talking about form, and I might talking about meaning, and the last one is talking about references or lessons. Because all this lesson I have imitated from some doctor professional about a language, and some is focused on me. I have reading many books, and I think it is a good video for a learner or for a student that want to learn English linguistic. This video is very good for you, right? So at the first time I would like to say that what is the language, and some people they understand and some people they don't understanding deeply what the language, but if someone they don't understand, this video is very good for you. Or if someone they feel want to learn about language linguistic, this video it is focused for you. According you are the learning or you are the learner, we have to make understanding what a language and what the component of the language. It is an easy factor or easy measure to make you learning fast understanding about the topic that you want to learn. So this video is very good for you and make you happy and feel and learning fast in language linguistic. So that is a picture logo that they're talking. So the first time I make you understand about definition what a language is. So a language is a structured system, a communication which used by the people in commonality or a country. That is a first a definition. And second definition is a systematic for make up the communication of the humanity. And the third definition of a language, the system of human communication which consists the structure arrangement of a morpheme, words, sentences, and utterances. The language that this sentence I can derive or I take from the Longman Dictionary of Teaching Applied Linguistics. So in the totally, all we combine together of the theory of the definition language. So the language is a system used for communication between a people around the world. Look like you are a USA people or Canadian people or Japanese people. You have to communication by using their own language. So when you have to know about the own language, so you understand what the language is and why we use the language for and how to use a language. But I don't talking about more than detail because I just focus only a language, a definition that I give you in this video. So, and then we go to the next step. Next step is talking about the component of language. So it is the trigger, the powerful or foundation key to for you for a student who learning about English linguistic. You have to understand about component of a linguistic, right? So that is the component that I show you the picture of a linguistic. So the language I learned I divide into three branches. One is talking a sound, second is talking a form, and the last one is talking about the meaning. So what is the sound and what is the form and what is the meaning? You have to watch through this lesson and you clearly about it. Alright? So go to next and I will to make a detail you about the sound and about the form and about the meaning. In this slide you have to understand about the component of language. So we have just on these three components of language or we have just on these three main branches of language. Okay, now here we go to make a detail about a sound, about form and about the meaning. Here we go. So the sound of in the linguistic we have divided into two parts. So it means that a phonetic and the second is talking about a phonology. So when you see about phonetics, you have to think about what is phonetics. Really? What is a phonetic? Sorry. What is phonetic? So the phonetic is a branch of linguistics that study about the sound of human speech. That's it. There is so a simply difference between a phonetic and phonology. And so the second is talking about phonology. So if we're talking about phonology, we have to understand what is the phono and what is the logy. And here I make you clearly about phono, it means the sound, and logy, it means that a subject that you must to learn at university if you want to learn about linguistics. So while we combine a phono and logy together, it became a phonology that have the mean that the phonology is a branch of linguistics that concern with the system organization of the sound like IPAs that is to make the sound for basically it's talking about the system of a language system, but phonetic is just talking about the humanity speech because some people living in the part of the world are always different style and are always different speaking. So that is the branches of a linguistic that we study about. Okay, and that's it about the sound. And the next one is we will talking about form. So the form is one branches in the language that I mentioned it above or in the previous time. So the form is I have to divide into two. Like the first one is just word. So the form in the word that have the same mean that morphology. So morpho and logy. The morpho is talking about study about the something that have a shape, and logy it means the subject that we study. So we study about the structure of the word, about of the word that we about the word that we know exactly about morphology. It study the word and how they are formed, and it is analyze the structure of the word and the part of the word such as stem or root word or affixes word. And second, we have divided into second is just only phrase and clause. So what is a clause and what is a phrase? So it's a phrase, it means a group of words joined together to be phrase. Okay, and it means that a syntax. So the syntax in linguistics is the set of rules or principles or processes that govern the structure of sentences. So the form it have divided into morphology, it's talking about structure of the word, and second is talking about phrase and clause that we have a terminology term called a syntax. Okay, so I hope to understanding about this form, and we go to the last one is meaning. Okay, sorry for my throat is not good for speaking today because I will be trying it in it. So the meaning, okay, so meaning we have divide into two. So the first type is the semantic. So the semantic is just talking about the meaning of the sentence or the meaning of the word and the meaning of phrases. And the last one is I'm talking about the pragmatic. I'm not clear about pragmatic, but I'm sorry it's about this point. I will show you later if you have understanding about the pragmatic. Okay. And the last one is a reference that I um, captures from YouTube learning linguistics by the doctor professor. I just learning from him, not just only a bachelor student or a master student. I learn from the professors in any university that I have to learn. So, and the second one is investigated by my own self, but I reading a book. I just looking and what is the point is it good and what is not good. So I pick up for you to make a deep video because I think that the topic talking about the language, some people they heard every week about the language, Cambodian language, English language, but they don't understand about language. So some people they learn linguistic, but they don't know what a linguistic is. So the linguistic is, if you're talking about the linguistic, it means we're talking about the language. Why I say like that? Because a language, a linguistic is the process to study of the structure of the language. So I have this topic to share you to make you understand about branches or component of a language that I mentioned above or in the previous time. Just only the first is focus on sound, second is a form, and the third is talking about the meaning. But the form sound is divided into branches, look like branches, and second is form is talking about syntax and morphology, and the third is talking about meaning like semantic and pragmatic. Okay, the last one that is thank you and subscribe. You should think that this is a good a lesson for you that you want to know, or is someone they want to learn about linguistic or any language. We have to understand what the is component of language or what the branch is language. So that is the main major key to make you deep understanding the quickly of learning the better than a student they don't understand what they learning about. Some students they come to school not clear about what they are learning. They don't understand what the topic talking about. They just go to sit and looking and listening, but they don't know what they want or what they talking about today. All right. So we go to the last one. It just thank you the picture for you for take and for pay attention for this video. And I hope to see you next video because in this video I will to make into my YouTube channel like its name Chanra Chhoy Education, and the purpose of this video is just provide you about English learning online to make you understanding. Okay, thank you and bye. See you next video. Thank you very much.